clear the sensationalization that has gone out since yesterday, that the Federal Ministry of Education, the federal government, has scrapped a GSS and SS, a primary school GSS and SS education. We have not. That still stays. What we're saying is that we need to move from what we have now as 9 years compulsory education to 12 years of compulsory education as it's obtained in other parts of the world. Main contest of 6 years of primary school, 3 years of junior secondary school, and 3 years of senior secondary school. So we have not scrapped primary school, junior secondary school, or senior secondary school, and we do not intend to.
Under the revised system, students will receive continuous education up to the age of 16, after which they can pursue higher education. The proposed policy has, however, received mixed reactions from stakeholders. While some have welcomed the initiative as a step in the right direction, others have raised concerns about the feasibility and sustainability of the proposal.
In my own perspective, I think those who think this system should be changed, I think they actually meant well for the citizenry, because what we are witnessing now and compared to what we have been having before, we can know that the educational sector is not really what we wanted it to be.
You have not finished 334 system, you want to bring in 12. 6 students, they can't pay. I want to advise government, if you want to take primary school, take it, fund it. Want to take secondary, take it, fund it, leave others. By the time you now start imagine, you are just wasting our time. And go and market. This policy, if it fly, it will not have effect until after 10 years. What are those 30 years? What will it be for? A waste. Any error, any magic in education will take 10 years to manifest.
According to the government, the proposed model of education will provide free and compulsory education. The government aims to increase enrollment rates and reduce the number of out-of-school children. The policy proposes to improve the quality of education by investing in teacher training, infrastructure development, and curriculum reform. By extending basic education to 12 years, the government hopes to significantly improve literacy rates and equip citizens with the skills needed to compete in the global economy. The policy aims to address poverty and inequality by providing education as a tool for social mobility and economic empowerment. The government will still need to seek approval from the National Council on Education before the reform is implemented. Blessing Ube, Osrc News.
In Yoruba land, the stool of an Oba is one that is revered and honorable, with reciprocal rights and obligations from traditional heads to their subjects. The alleged assault on an elderly man by the traditional ruler of Orile Ifo in Ifo local government area of Ogun State, Oba Abdulsemiu Ogunjobi, is raising dust. In this report, Joy Pius gathers reactions from the public on the action and inaction of the monarch and what they portend for traditional stools in Yoruba land.
It's been a trending conversation following the viral online video of a man identified as Chief Abraham Arinola, allegedly subjected to public humiliation and physical assault from Olorile of Orile Ifo in Ifo local government area of Ogun State, Oba Abdulsemiu Ogunjobi. In the 2 minutes video, the victim of the assault was seen kneeling on the road, while a man whose face was not shown in the video but was identified to be Oba Ogunjobi was raining insults and curses on the victim and another physically assaulting him. Reacting to the dehumanizing treatment of the elderly man, which has attracted government and human rights interests, a public affairs analyst, Lekon Olajobi, condemned the act, describing it as inhuman and inappropriate, more so from a traditional head.
It's an unfortunate situation going by what royal authorities and institutions are supposed to be made of. They were the first set of authority even in the growth of human civilization. An Oba or a king is a custodian of his people in every society. I think usually when that happens, it shows us how most of these mores, morals, cultural values have been eroded by civilization, or what to say, or what do I mean? Obas are not expected to be seen in that kind of denigrating positions. And I think the Oba should be sanctioned, because there's a local government affairs that takes care of a chieftaincy and Obas. It should be summoned. And there has to be a punitive measure, given unto him, and let him realize that that is unexpected of that position. Be that as it may, if even need be, that person has the right to sue, because we are still living under the constitution of a country where he has his fundamental human rights infringed upon. That's through assault and battery. He can sue the Oba, and then if at the end of the day the Oba is found wanting, he can be punished by the law. And at the same time, when Oba commits such sacrilegious misdemeanor in those days, he can be asked to abdicate or even be removed from the throne.
Also, the Iralepo of Isikon, Oba Oluwagbemiga Olofin Adimula, condemned the disposition of the royal father in the video, saying the situation could have been handled with civility.
It's highly unfortunate. There could be allegations of wrongdoing from any quarter, but as a traditional ruler, the policies of our Obas in Yoruba land has procedures, different courts to treat issues. So ordinarily I would have preferred, I believe that the Oba there should have invited the Baale to the palace and probably interview him, put allegations before him, and let him defend himself, instead of just going to the highway to ask the Baba to kneel down. A 73-year-old man. It's unfortunate. In the traditional way, Obas should not go that far to treat your subject. Even a Baale is someone who has been positioned in a small quarter to oversee that place on behalf of the Oba. So no matter the allegation against him, the Oba has the right to call him to his palace and put the allegation before him and let him put up a defense. And if it's faulty, issues could be taken out from there, not by you asking to kneel down.
The suspected monarch has now been suspended by the Ogun State government for 6 months, arraigned and remanded at the Ilaru Correctional Center in Ogun State, pending perfection of his bail conditions. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
Akure Ondo State Capital witnessed an emotional farewell as the late secretary to the state government, Tayo Oluwatuyi, was laid to rest with tributes pouring in from across the state. The burial prompted reflections on Oluwatuyi's contributions to society, with community leaders and clergy highlighting his role in uplifting Akure. OSRC's Omoshiliola Adesoyo Ajayi reports that the governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa, led the state delegation.
Akure natives, family and dignitaries gathered to bid farewell to Tayo Oluwatuyi, the late secretary to the state government, SSG, with a service at his residence, marking the start of his final journey. Born on May 1, 1962, into the Lisa family of Akure Kingdom, Oluwatuyi's public service began over 26 years ago. Family, friends, associates, and government officials from within and outside Ondo State came together to lay the state's SSG to rest. At the graveside, family members were advised to emulate the good works of their father.
Ash to ash, dust to dust.
Honestly, it's a very, very sad news to most especially those of us from Akure, and it's from my ward. So that vacuum is going to be so massive.
This one has come. It's painful, and we're going to miss him.
The Christ Apostolic Church, Oke-Isegun Akure, overflowed with mourners, including former Governor Olusegun Mimiko and Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, who gathered to honor the late SSG. CAC President Pastor Henry Ojo, in his homily, urged all to live righteously, acknowledging death as inevitable.
The religion, they have been practicing it, they have been fasting for certain days, they have been going to Jerusalem and go to different kind of holy land. But let me tell you, that one cannot save you. No one may come to the Father except by me.
Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa described Oluwatuyi as a pillar of strength, emphasizing that its contributions would never be forgotten.
So it is the will of God for Ghana to go at this time. Because in this time, he will not go. I have the privilege of working closely with him. We share a bond of friendship and a mutual respect. And I can attest to his exceptional leadership, qualities, and wealth of experience. His passing leaves a gaping hole in our midst, and we can only take solace in the exemplary life he lived.
The service concluded with a Thanksgiving session and prayers for the family and the state. The International End Event Center associates fondly recalled Oluwatuyi's impactful life despite its shortness.
Honorable Oluwatuyi was